Hey everybody, David here, and today I want to talk about Collider's next group of videos that they've been doing. They've been doing a top 50 superhero movies of all time, and I've been recapping them and putting my own little thoughts on what I think of their rankings so far. I'm not going to recap all of them this time because now they're starting to get a little bit too many. But I will start from where I continued off last time. So there are some of the more recent ones. At number 35, they have Hellboy 2, The Golden Army. Now, they had the original Hellboy at number 40. I love both Hellboy movies. I don't remember right now which one I enjoyed more because it's been a while since I last seen them. I think I like them both pretty much equally. Even though I don't have neither of them in my top 50, there are a lot of really good superhero movies out there, guys. But thinking about it now, I should have it in my top 50. I need to go through my list again. I think I said that last time. But yeah, Hellboy 2, The Golden Army at 35, I'm not mad about. I think it's a good movie, and I think it deserves to be in the top 30s, definitely 30s or 40s. So yeah, I'm not mad about that. I agree. Actually, you know what? Thinking about it a little bit more and more, I think I would rank Hellboy 2 above Hellboy 1. I do think it was a better villain involved in that one. At number 34, they have Blade 2. For me, Blade 2 is actually a little bit lower on my list. I have it at 49. And I know Blade 1 is not too far off behind, so it didn't make the cut for me. But I do like both Blade films, and thinking about it at number 34, yeah, for me it's a little bit too high. I put a lot of other superhero movies above the Blade films, but I do really enjoy them. So if somebody did put them in their top 50s, I wouldn't argue against it. I think they are worthy films. After all, I do have Blade 2, like I just said. So Blade 2... yeah, okay, fine. I'll let it slide for Collider. I think it's a little bit too high. I think there's some movies on the list that they've mentioned already that I would actually put above Blade 2. But still, Blade 2, awesome movie. Avengers Age of Ultron is one that I definitely disagree with. They have it at number 33. I have Avengers Age of Ultron at 25. I agree with Schnepp, but this should be in the top 20s, man. I think it's a movie that they were pretty harsh on. They weren't that harsh. I think they were actually harsh more on Dark Knight Rises and Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. But for the most part, Avengers Age of Ultron, yeah, it's not as great as the first Avengers film because I think it was difficult to recapture that feeling that you really wanted again. Even though Infinity War recently captured that magic in a bottle, I felt anyways when watching that one. But Age of Ultron, I agree with Perry. She said something to the extent of there were some really great trailers there. And I disagree with Ace, who said the movie felt very fluffy. I felt it didn't feel fluffy at all. I felt it was a more serious and slightly darker tone. I don't think they wanted to go as dark like Blade, but or the Dark Knight trilogy, but I think compared to the first Avengers film, I definitely felt it took a more darker tone compared to the first Avengers film. Obviously, with some comedic points to the movie to not make it all sour and all that. At number 32, they have Batman Returns. I have this one at 39 on my list. I like Batman Returns. I think out of all the Burton and Schumacher films, Batman Returns is the best one. But I agree with Christian in a sense that I feel those movies have kind of felt outdated in more recent years, especially with all the other superhero movies that we've been oversaturated with. I think you can find a lot of better superhero movies. But considering the time it was made in, I think Batman Returns holds up the best out of those old Batman films. And Michelle Pfeiffer's performance, as many of them have pointed out, is like a highlight in that movie. You could watch that movie for her alone, and I think you'll have a great time. And her chemistry with Michael Keaton's Batman was really great. I think that movie was great. And you know, I'm not even a fan of the character of the Penguin. I think Penguin's like one of the worst Batman villains of all time. But that movie actually made me a little bit more interested in the Penguin, because I thought, whoa, this guy is creepy, man. And I remember as a kid being a little creeped out from him. But I think he's a great villain in this movie. And it's like Christian said, if you look at it as a Burton film, it's a great Tim Burton film. Yeah, if you look at it as a Batman film, you might disappoint it. So that's how I try to look at it nowadays. I don't look at it so much as the Batman movie, but more of a Tim Burton movie disguised as Batman, or a Batman movie disguised as a Tim Burton movie, something like that. You know what I mean. And I think you'll have a much more better time with it. And finally, the video that was released today from Collider Video, they put V for Vendetta at number 31. I love V for Vendetta. I think it's a great film. I didn't have it on my list though, because just like Schnepp, I kind of felt that it wasn't really a superhero movie. But I can see the argument being made for it. I think Schnepp has his ideas of what superhero movies should be and what they require. I agree it's a little bit more of a criminal drama type of film. But I can see why, because of the costumed aspect of it, and I think people relate to superhero more when they're wearing costumes. It's a vigilante. Let's face it, V is a vigilante. Another word, V is also for vigilante. So, yeah, I mean, if I am gonna put it on the list, I would probably put it in the top 30s or 40 or top 20s, not 40s. I would put it in my 30s or 20s, because it is a really great film that I thought was at the time I didn't know what to expect from it, because I never read the graphic novel. But yeah, the movie itself, if I'm gonna judge it just as that, yeah, of course it deserves to be on this list. So yeah, that's it, guys. That's their previous 5 movies that they announced in their top 250. We're getting closer. We're going to be getting into the 20s now. I'm looking forward to seeing what they have. Because after these next 5 movies that are coming out, we're going to be entering the 25 movie, the top 25, which is going to be really exciting. I have my theories on which movies are going to be in the top 25. So I'm looking forward. But first, we have to get through 30 through 26. So those are going to be the next 5, and I'll talk about them next Wednesday. So I hope you guys like this video. Subscribe to my channel, and until next time, take care.